came from an era, if you was in my house, if you wasn't eating it, I wasn't picking you.
Are you listening to me?
Thank you so much for coming.
Of course, thank you for having me.
I have Dolores Ninja here in the building, here in LA. I appreciate you for coming, for being here. Big fan.
Thank you.
I've noticed you before Legendary, but seeing you on Legendary, maybe even bigger of a fan.
Thank you.
Also, just seeing you like at the balls and how you handle yourself. I've seen you in situations that got a little hectic. You know, kept your composure, and you know, you could tell you belong.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
I understand you from Italy.
Yes.
I read your website, and how did you first get involved into the ballroom scene?
So, yes, as you say, I'm from Italy, and I came in New York in 2008 to pursue my career as a dancer because I wanted to be a commercial dancer. So I was taking a hip-hop class at Broadway Dance Center, and I saw Benny Ninja teaching. And when I saw him do runway, I was like, what is this? I want to do it. So the next week, the weeks after, I did class with Benny, and he said, you got this, you got to keep doing it, I see it. And then he started telling me, if you want to know more, make sure you go Monday night at Escalita. So I went to Escalitas on Monday nights, and I didn't know that voguing was a culture, was a community. I just thought it was a dance style. You know, coming from Italy, we didn't have voguing at all back in the days. So I was like, okay, let's go. It's going to be a party, a club. So I went there, of course, at midnight, thinking that I was late and cool, and then it was empty. Oh, wow. It was empty, nobody was there. So around 2 a.m., and I went by myself, but around 2 a.m., people started coming, and I was like, the beat started, you know, pumping. A Vogue beat before was commercial, Rihanna, pop, but then 2 a.m., Vogue beat, Jack came, and he started talking at the mic, and I was like, what is happening? My heart started beating, and I remember sitting in the corner and watch, and I was amazed, and I kept going every Monday by myself. I was probably the only white woman, right. International, watching the ball, but I was just like so in love and respected how much they were doing. I thought that what they were doing, it wasn't dancing, it was just like an expression, pure expression. And I thought that it was impossible for a human being to do what they were doing. How can they dance like that? I will never be able to dance like that. So I started to train and take more private class. I started to train with Benny and Leomi, she gave me everything I know with Vogue Femme. And little by little, I got better, I think, in Vogue. And I got the courage to walk. After 2 years that I was watching Escalita, I had the courage to walk, and I won the first time I walked.
Awesome. And what was that first ball?
I walked in Italy and in Berlin, but I cannot call it like balls because it was more like dance competition, and they have a voguing category. But the first time was a vampire ball from Jack Mizrachi. It was a Escalita, and I won runway, and then the Vogue nights on the summer started picking up, and I was walking runway and women's performance.
Okay. And what is your originally, what were you trained in dance to do? Like, what style of dance?
I trained a lot in hip hop.
Oh.
A lot. I trained with the master, the OGs of New York. That's why I moved to New York, because I wanted to get the real thing, the real culture too. And but as soon as I met voguing, my body started move differently, and I couldn't see myself anymore in hip hop, because I thought that hip hop didn't help me to. My body wasn't matching the hip hop dance because I started to get more feminine thanks to voguing. So I was like, I like this, and when I realized that was more than a dance and it was a lifestyle, it became a lifestyle without like.
Yes, most definitely. I would definitely will say that you are one of the people that I see on social media that definitely represent Vogue.
Thank you.
So in Italy, just take me there because I'm very curious. What is the hip hop scene like? Do they even have hip hop there? What is the culture like? Do they listen to the music we listen to over here? Like, what is it like?
So we had some people when I was training in hip hop. We had some people that went to America and learned most of all breaking and how you call it? We call it New Jack Swing, or like the old school hip hop. Movement. I don't know, because in Italy we change name. Everything we have, we change the name. So I don't know sometimes if it's the. So we had some people that they were training in hip hop and they started the scene. So we had at the beginning a scene, and now it's getting big. Right. There are such amazing dope dancers and in hip hop, and I did it for a lot of years, like 15, 18 years. So a lot, because I started dancing when I was 5. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a lot. And there wasn't a Vogue scene, not at all. I brought it with other 4 girls of the Voguing scene. We started with the Kikis and the Italian House, and then we invite Jack, Leomi, Deshawn, Javier, Archie, all the people to like bring the real one, the real scene. And we started our own Kikis, and then starting a chapter of ninjas in Italy, and now it's a really dope scene in Italy. It's really good.
Yeah, I need to check it out. So you said Vogue helped you to feel more feminine, which is funny because that's like the first time I heard that today. It's funny to hear that, especially from a cis woman.
Yeah.
That a dance that was basically created by LGBT can help them feel more feminine. What other than that? What have you gotten from Vogue or just ballroom in general that has bettered your life?
It completely changed my life, like completely. I was completely another different person. So it helps me to celebrate myself. Italy is very conservative. If you do something that is not in what they want, you're completely out of the system. So it really helps you to celebrate and just be proud of who you are. It doesn't make you feel. And also Italy is very judging, so you grow up with the judgment, and it's very close-minded, especially about the LGBTQ community, super close-minded, because the church is very,
that's where like Catholic was born.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's the Catholic church. So it's very, and I went to a nun school for 11 years. Yeah, I know that's the gag, so everybody gag when I say that. I will bring it to you. So imagine that you grow up with, and I mean, I believe in God and I believe in Jesus. I really believe in that, but I was a little bit thrown off with the system of the Catholic Church, because what I've been seeing and what I've been, experience also bad things that make me feel uncomfortable with myself and with my body.
Specifically what?
Specifically
what? Maybe the shaming of
more like
sexuality?
Yeah, sexuality thing.
Yeah. I actually, I'm born and raised from Detroit. I actually went to a Catholic school from kindergarten through 8th grade.
Wow.
But at my home, my parents were Baptists. So I would go to church with my parents, and it would be a completely different experience from when I went to mass at school. So I definitely do see where you say the Catholic religion is very conservative, very closed-minded.
They're controlling. They're very controlling.
You can't even stand up where you want to. Like at the black churches, they're like jumping all around. At the Catholic church, they tell you when to sit, when to stand. Everybody says the same thing at the same time. So ballroom basically kind of made you feel more free.
Exactly, completely. Freedom and celebrating and feel comfortable. Like, it's crazy because I'm a super shy person, and at the ball, I don't give a fuck if I go a little bit like undressed because I feel like celebrated. But if like in a relationship, I'm a completely another different person. So this is what like I realized. I'm not another person in ballroom. I am the real me in ballroom. And then outside, it's the face that you have to, you have to, even if it's you're a cisgender woman, definitely, the struggle is less of a person of LGBTQ that is going through. Definitely it's not the same, and I don't want to compare it, but Italy can be very like judging. And I love my country, but that side is kind of something that I'm happy that I don't have to live it every day.
What are race relations like in Italy? Are there even multiple races in Italy?
So not that much. It's not very how do you say?
Multicultural?
Multicultural. It's not very multicultural. Like we just have Italians.
Okay.
We just have Italians, and now it's good because we're having people of color that was born and raised in Italy.
Wow.
So now it's good because before was just Italians. So I never saw Italy being a racist country until now. Now that everybody is opening their mind and also talking more, I can hear a lot of story that before my friends, like my black friends in Italy, they weren't able to say it. Now they're able to speak up more, and it's bad because it's you realize that your country is racist too, and it's terrible. Like they still like stuck 50 years ago.
So I've been following you for a while now, and one thing I always notice is that you always have people of color working with you. Like whatever it is, I always see somebody of color. Is that a conscious effort, or is that just how it goes? That's just who you're around?
I think it's just happened naturally. I think it happened. I legit don't have American friends, like white American friends. I don't have it. I have Mexican, I have black, I have Asian, I love that. It's like, I don't know, I think it's a culture thing. It's more like passion culture that click the most. But everywhere I go, I feel just very comfortable.
I know you said that you just sat back and watched the balls for about a year or 2 years. Who were some of the people that specifically stood out to you and made you say, I have to do this? Like when you saw their performance, it just resonated with you. Who were some of those people?
Well, definitely Benny. Benny Ninja was my mentor and my inspiration. Javier, Archie, Leomi,
Yes.
and Corey for runway. Every time he was walking in Escalita, I was like, wow. And Star, I remember watching Star and Monster La Beja too. No, it's not La Beja
You said
anymore.
Monster?
It's not La Beja anymore, but Justin. It goes with a lot of names. So he was young. It was one of the new stars when I was watching the ball. So, but he was already very inspiring to me. So, yeah, a lot of people inspire me. And now also young generation, when I judge a ball, everybody inspires me. The young generation, and especially when an icon walk, I love when icons go back and walk the runway, and you can see the difference, like how much classier, and I love that. So I love to see icon or legends walk.
Yeah, most definitely. So how long have you been voguing?
I've been voguing since 2008,
Okay.
but I cannot call voguing the first 2 years because I think I was more vaguing and nogging.
Oh, God. Okay.
So maybe I would say 10 years, a good 10 years.
Okay. And is legendary status something that is important to you?
I've been, Jack called me up and coming legend 2 years ago when at the Vogue night, we organize a Vogue night together in Italy every year. So he introduced me as an up and coming legend. It was never important to me until that moment. So as soon as he recognized me as an up and coming, I started to be like, maybe it's something that I never do it because of a status. I just did it because I don't even do it for winning. I just do it because it's what I do. It's my lifestyle now. So. Now, let's say that I'm walking with a different purpose. It will be dope to have a legendary status, but I'm not rushing it. Whenever is the time, whenever I want to have it because I deserve it, not because it's politics or anything. I just want to have it because I deserve it. I want it to deem legendary, and everybody says yes. About time, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. So, what is the biggest thing about Ballroom that you wish you could change? That, like anything about Ballroom?
Start the ball on time.
Oh.
That's something very, how do you say, not deep. It's something to have fun. But yeah, start the ball on time, and then maybe I don't like to see when I hear that there is a racist inside Ballroom, is something that it hurts me, because I never noticed, but for example, some of my mentors, they told me they've been shaded a lot in Ballroom. Even like talking with Leomi, she told me that she wasn't really respected in the scene for a long time. Oh?
For being Latino?
It depends. I don't know. Maybe because she was too good. I don't know the reason. I don't know how to say. But a lot of people that they've been in Ballroom maybe for a longer time, they've been telling me that there is an inside shade, that it goes over the personal shade. So that's why I would love to change that. But I know that I cannot. Everybody united can do it.
Yeah, I definitely think shade, it does make Ballroom more interesting, but at the same time, I think people need to learn how to keep the shade specifically on the runway. After the battle, hug each other.
Exactly.
Congratulate each other. Support each other, because at the end of the day, to a certain extent, we all we got.
Yeah. Well, the shade in Ballroom make me stronger.
Yeah.
Like, if you're too sensitive, you don't last in Ballroom. So this is something, I'm not complaining about the shade. It's more about the supporting of each other.
Gotcha.
Maybe that.
Gotcha. Well, one thing I've always noticed about Ninja is y'all seem very supportive of one another.
Thank you.
How did you get connected with the Ninjas? And that's your only house?
Yeah.
How did you, well, you said Benny.
Mm-hmm.
So what specifically was it about Benny and his mentorship that kind of just was like, you know what, this is, because you had to know that there were any other house out there.
Yeah, exactly.
You were watching it.
Yeah.
So you could have picked any house.
Mm-hmm.
What was it specifically about Benny that drew you to it?
As you said, there was a lot of houses, and also a lot of houses asked me to join the house before I was a ninja, and I say no because I was just in love about Benny. Everything about him was something very magnetic, and he has this energy that it was contagious, and he was able to see me, you know, when even nobody saw me. So that was like make me feel like worthy or important, and it was a connection right away that I don't know, I had this crazy love about him. I still have it, of course, but you know, he had an accident and unfortunately he's not in the scene, but I still connected with him. I'm in the house of ninja. Whatever happened, I will be a ninja forever because of him. So the house can fall, I will still standing.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And I know that like a lot of the like Chicago members left.
Mm-hmm.
Was that hard for you? Because I know like y'all were kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also like I know Yummy left. Speak to how it is to make these bonds with these people, and then you know things happen. Sometimes people move on from houses. Sometimes it's not the best idea.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it is the best idea.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with building these connections? And then sometimes having to go in a different direction.
I was, of course, hurt when they left, but not because the relationship would have stopped, because I'm still friend with Bam and I'm still friend with Yami. They're still my brothers and my sisters.
Support each other.
Yeah, definitely. We're still in touch, and I feel they're still ninja. For me, nothing changed. I call them and I say, "You're late for the session," and they're like, "Sis, we're not ninja. I don't give a fuck. You're ninja when you talk to me." I play with them because I know that deep inside them they feel they still like a ninja. It was because of some personal issue with other people that I cannot have control with that, you know. And unfortunately, it get in the middle of the entire house. This is what I don't like it. The house is a bigger picture. It's not just that person. You cannot get along with everybody in the house. Yeah. We are 200. So how can you get along? Sometimes you don't even see them, and it's fine. If you believe in the purpose of the bigger picture of the house, this is what is gonna make the house stronger. Because the overalls, the mothers, they change, but the house stays there. So it's the concept, the meaning, the family, Willy Ninja. This is why you should be connected.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, everybody that I've heard even utter your name says nothing but good things. They always say how great of a mother you are.
Thank you.
How like nurturing you are. So, do you feel like a natural born leader? Because I know you are Mother Ninja. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like a natural born leader, or was that something that you specifically went after?
I think I am a born leader because it was what my teachers kept complaining to my parents. Yeah. They were like, she's too much of a leader, she's controlling the other friends. So I think it's something that I like to protect more than controlling. I love to protect my people, friends, partners, kids. I protect them like crazy. And family is something big for the Italian culture. So if you have the responsibility to being a mother, and nothing can go between you and your kids, so it's something natural to me. But I'm also very, very loyal. Yeah. I'm a very loyal person. I pretend the same thing from my kids. So yeah, if the connection is there, it has to be there. It has to be very strong.
Yeah, most definitely. I definitely understand that. Yeah, so I really appreciate just to see multicultural people be in Ballroom. I think it should be more inclusive. I still want it to belong to us, mm-hmm. but I want everybody to have ownership of it. One of the negative things that they say about like Legendary is, oh, they're taking it and they're taking it away from the scene and they're culture appropriating it. Mm-hmm. And How do you deal with that criticism, or do you even deal with it at all?
I see it, and I see why the people that can be worried about to appropriate it. Yeah. So there is, you know, there is a risk, but I don't think it will never happen because it's so like roots, has so much roots, this community, that it cannot just be like stolen, because yeah, going on TV, a lot of people, they can start creating house, but if they go at the ball, they're gonna be chopped. So yeah. It's our job to protect it, not to close the door, but to protect it. And I think, you like that?
Yeah, I do. I do.
This is, it's crazy because I'm a white cisgen. Even I consider myself Italian, but right. I look white, so I'm white. I'm very protective of the scene because I really pay my dues and keep doing it because I never take for granted my spot. I know that it's a spot that somebody allow me to use it. So I'm always like thankful and make sure that I respect it by walking, representing, traveling, and sharing the right knowledge. So I make the new kids very hard to get in the, not hard, but I make sure that they do it for the right reason. Yeah. If they come with me and they say, I want to be your kids, I want to join your house, I ask, why? Why do you want to do that? And if they say, because I love the dance, it's already a chop for me. If they say, because I want to use it for, you know, for the audition, for me it's a chop. I say, do your research, you gotta take your time, it's gonna take forever. Usually I nominate my kids after 2 years to make sure that they really want it for the right reason. So yeah, we can open the door, but protect it.
Exactly, I love that. I feel like that should be a Facebook status. So I love your new song and video.
Thank you.
By Ballo.
Io ballo.
Ballo?
Io ballo, yes.
Ballo. Describe like what inspired the song. It's been going crazy on Instagram. I see it's been playing on the radio.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But what inspired the song and what's next for your music career?
So Io ballo means I dance in Italian, and it's something that I kept saying all my life. Like when there was something to do, like, I don't know, study or math or something serious that the life asks you to do, I was like, Io ballo. What I'm gonna do is just dance for my life, so I don't care. So that was my escape, dance. And I met the right people, the right team. I met Phoenix Red, which is the producer of the song, and he's the head of the label, and he produced the beat right there. And he was in contact with the artist, Keith Emmanuel, that he's Nigerian, but he lives in America. So it was a mix of culture, Nigerian, Italian, and the song is Afrobeat with an Italian hook. And it's going pretty dope. Also, the challenge and the choreography that we create is by Kenny. She's from Senegal, but she lives in America, and she put some real Afro step, and everybody is doing it now with the Io Ballo challenge. And then when I sing, I also put some voguing, because I had to represent. It's going really good. I want to do more music. I want to do a song that is gonna involve more my people, so people, right. My lifestyle, voguing. So it's not gonna be about voguing, but it's gonna be appreciated. Yeah, in somehow. Yeah. Yeah, so I appreciate you coming here. I love, like I said, I love to see different representations in the scene, regardless of whether people, you know, may discredit cisgender women. I feel like y'all definitely have a place. Thank you.
Scene.
Appreciate
I actually hope more cisgender women come to the scene. So So yeah, is there what is one thing, before I ask my last question, what is one thing that you would tell cisgender women that may be watching this, because there's thousands, millions of them that watch you? What is something that you would tell them that are interested in ballroom, that want to get into ballroom, but they don't know how?
I would say take your time, do your research, respect the elders, respect the icons, and know who was there before and who did the category that you did and who were the women that opened the door for you. So I will say that, and you're definitely welcome, but as everything that is amazing needs work. So not work like, you know, training, needs dedication, and you have to be ready to have it like a priority.
Yeah, most definitely. So, like I said, just thank you for coming here, sharing your wisdom. You're an amazing dancer.
Thank
you're
you.
An amazing teacher, amazing leader.
Thank you so much.
And I'm glad that you have never felt, people have never made you feel like you don't belong in the scene, because I know a lot of cisgender women often say they feel like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that you haven't experienced that.
I'm glad too. I might be very lucky, or maybe one vision and it didn't see what happened.
Right.
But I also have, I have people that, like Jack is very protective with me, and Twiggy and Naomi. So I have people that I know if I will ever feel shade, they will protect me. And if I will do something wrong, they will call me out. So this is what I'm like, okay, I have my mentors with me. If they can,
yes.
you know, they're gonna make sure that I do the right thing.
Yes, most definitely. And that's, I feel like that's what the core of ballroom is about. It's about the relationship.
Yeah.
It's about the love.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the perseverance. And I feel like you represent all of that, being an Italian woman, coming over here, making your mark, becoming a leader.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, yeah, so my last question is, describe yourself in 5 words or less.
5 words?
5 words. Yeah.
Okay. Happy. Workaholic. Dynamic.
Yeah.
Stubborn. Passionate.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mother Dolores Ninja.
Yay!
Awesome.
I loved it.